Courtney touched many people in her time here on earth with us. She had many friends and family to support her through the good times and the bad. They were always there for the highs, but more importantly, they were there for the lows. We are here today to celebrate the life of Courtney Ziegelbauer. As her best friend, we have spent a majority of time together and know each other better than we know ourselves. I'm here today to tell you about her humorous and hardworking personality, along with stories and memories with her and her family members. Courtney was referred to as the girl who could always lighten up any situation with her sense of humor and her bright smile. As Courtney's best friend, I always witnessed how her sense of humor could brighten anyone's day. When one of us was struggling with family, friends, homework, school, or just a sick issue, we were always there for each other, ready to talk on the phone and make jokes about the situation at hand. We would always go to Applebee's for dinner and talk about things we did over the day, jokes that we made previously, and it was a great stress reliever for both of us. Courtney was always able to make a bad situation into a good and laugh about it. In our time together, Courtney was always the person I could depend on for a laugh. There was never a day that went by that we did not talk to each other or see each other and make each other laugh. Courtney would randomly show up at my house with her smile, and it would be enough to make my bad day better. There was a time when I was going through a very rough time in my life, and she texted me, told me to open the door, and when I opened the door, I saw her with her big bright smile holding ice cream and telling me everything was going to be all right. Courtney used to take me to work, and since I'm not a morning person, I was crabby in the mornings, but I would get in the car, she would look at me and say, "Good morning, beautiful." And trust me, I was not beautiful at 6 a.m. But this little gesture she made, starting with a smile, got me through my day. Courtney loved to joke around, but was also serious when it came to the importance of her family. Courtney was always a family person and was willing to lend a helping hand to anyone in need. There are so many proud father moments I have had with the company of my daughter, always there, lending a helping hand in the moments of need, no matter how small the moment may be. I fell down the steps once and remember my daughter running up to me, trying to help me up, and once I was up, she brought me an ice pack and called for help. There was a time where Courtney and her cousin were over and I had company over. The girls wanted to have a restaurant for them and prepared drinks, appetizers, and entrees. I just remember how happy it made her to help us in such a unique way. When I found out I was going to become a father at such a young age, I was terrified. I was never the right individual who made the right decisions. But July 10th, 1997, my life changed. My bright-eyed little angel was born and saved my life. She held out her hand, and right there I knew my life was saved. I was a reckless driver, and having my little girl in that back seat and seeing her smile reminded me that I had to be more careful and I had to protect her. Being the young man that I was, I went out to parties and didn't care what happened to myself. However, knowing I was having a little girl on the way stopped me from being so carefree and opened my eyes. I was her father and I was to protect her. Courtney's family and upbringing had a major impact on her work ethic. As Courtney's mother, I've had the pleasure of witnessing my daughter become the hardworking individual she once was. My daughter always worked for what she wanted and never expected anything to be handed to her. Ever since the age of 15, Courtney had held a job. She never expected anything from anyone, and she wanted to work for the things she wanted in life. We have owned a family restaurant since Courtney was a young adult. She always shared interest in being there and helping whenever she could. She would always go above and beyond, not with a paycheck or a raise in mind, but that's because that's how she was raised. She knew the importance of work ethic and how far it would get her in life. Courtney also understood the importance of saving her money and using it towards the things she really wanted. She paid for her first period of college with no loans, grants, or scholarships, and this made her have a sense of pride and ownership that she longed for. She bought her second car at the age of 18 years old and made monthly payments and car insurance payments. She was a very hard worker because she knew nothing would ever be handed to her on a silver platter. As we've heard, Courtney's humor, love for her family, and work ethic made a huge difference in the lives of others. Courtney was more than just a daughter, a cousin, a best friend, and a sister. She was our angel sent from above and will now continue to watch us from above.